All right, before I start the video, don't be stupid, okay? Don't actually take this advice and start a clothing brand with $0. This is just a video idea, okay? You don't actually have to do exactly what I say. So don't be dumb, okay? So don't actually start a clothing brand with $0. That's the worst thing that you can do. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I was thinking, like hypothetically speaking, if I had to start a clothing brand with $0, which I would never do that, but if there was a gun to my head and the person told me you need to start a clothing brand with $0, this is what I would do. Okay. Before I explain what I'm gonna do in order to start a clothing brand and get successful and get sales with $0, I'm gonna be explaining why you should not be doing this. Okay. Number one, it's a business, not a hobby. Okay. You need to spend money on it. That's how businesses work. You feel me? If you want to open up a restaurant, you need to buy, materials, you need to buy the food, you need to buy or hire employees, you need to rent the space. It's going to cost money. Okay. Same thing with every other business, including a clothing brand. So the fact that you want to come over here, start a clothing brand with $0 with your stingy ass, it's not going to work. Okay. That's not how it works. Also, I'm sick, by the way. I got this thing from Whole Foods. I also got some cough syrup, whole lot of cough syrup. You know what I'm trying to say? So please don't mind my voice. But the main reason why you don't want to start a clothing brand with $0 is because it's just dumb. I don't even want to explain it. That's how dumb it is. It's like saying, why is the sky blue? Okay, look at it. It's blue. Okay, so you starting a clothing brand, it's just dumb. Okay, I don't know how to explain it. But this is what I would do if I had to start a clothing brand with $0. Okay, number one, I would use Canva or Photopea or GIMP or like a free software to make a logo, name, etc. Okay, so unfortunately, you do need to spend at least $1. So for example, Shopify, I believe they have like a 3-month trial for $1 only. So you need to borrow $1 from somebody, which you can take it from a homeless guy. You can find it on the streets. I'm pretty sure $1 is not that much money. So I'm sure you can get $1 somehow. So you need at least $1 and make a Shopify account, make a website, design, etc. Right? So the reason why this is very hard is because of the fact that you're on a budget and you're pretty much taking the long route for everything. Okay, so for example, you could just buy Photoshop for $10 a month and use a software that's very good for designing, but your stingy ass doesn't want to do that, so you're going to use GIMP or Canva or some free software that is trash. So it's going to take way longer for you to learn the skills, and most of you guys are not going to be able to make good designs because of the fact that the software is trash, right? So you're just elongating the whole entire process. Okay, you starting a business and succeeding, that process in itself will take a very long time, but you're making it longer because of the fact that you want to not spend any money on your business because you're so stingy, which I get it. I was like that as well. And I'm telling you, because I was like that, don't be like that. Okay, so for example, for design, Photoshop, website, mentorship programs, whatever, like just for your business, if you're spending money, you should spend the money. Like don't be cheap with that, because you're going to pay for it later down the line with your time, energy, and efforts. So first thing I would do, make a logo, make a brand name, audience, everything, all the basics. I would make a Shopify account for $1, and I would use Canva or I don't know, some free software, GIMP, to make a couple designs. And let's just say that I'm very talented in designing, which for most of you guys that's not the case. But let's just say you did photo, or that you used design a long time ago, so you have pretty good idea of how to make a good design. So you use GIMP or Canva to make a pretty good design. You make a logo, and now is the problem, right? Because you need to order a sample from a manufacturer, but that costs money, right? So samples are usually like $100, so including shipping. So how are you going to do this for free? Well, the only way that you can do this for free is if you get a viral video on TikTok or Instagram. So what you want to do is you want to put your design on a shirt or a hoodie or whatever you want to drop, okay? Post it on TikTok, right, as a mock-up picture, and keep posting content until you get a viral video. Okay, the reason why this is important is because there's no other way for you to get sales and make money if you don't do this. Okay, obviously you don't have money right now, so you can't buy the bulk order, you can't buy the sample, you feel me? So what you have to do is you need to hope and pray that you get a viral video on TikTok or Instagram Reels, okay? And you need to keep posting, keep constantly posting until you get a viral video. And let's just say somehow, some way, okay, I don't know how, but somehow, some way, after 20 videos, you get one viral video on TikTok, okay? It gets like 500,000 views, right? By this point, a lot of people should have gone to your website, and pretty much what you want to do is collect all their SMS, their email, or whatever you want to collect. It really doesn't matter. And your website should be locked, okay? So after you get a viral video and you have your website locked, you should have collected at least a couple hundred emails or SMS subscribers, okay? And then from there, what you want to do now is you want to hype up the drop, okay? Keep posting more, and let's just say you get 2-3 more viral videos. From there, what you want to do is drop the product, okay? You drop the product, but it has to be a pre-order, Okay, the reason why it has to be a pre-order is because of the fact that you literally have no money, so you can't buy the bulk order. Okay, you need to use the customer's money to buy the products, right? So you list it as a pre-order, you completely state pre-order on the product page, and you're very transparent. You tell everybody that shipping is going to be at least a month. Okay, so considering that you got a viral video, considering you got a lot of subscribers on your SMS and your email list, you drop, and then let's just say you get 50 sales, which is pretty good. Okay, so you get 50 sales, and let's say you drop a shirt and you sold it for $40. That is 2K. Okay, so you made $2,000. So now with that money, what you want to do is you want to buy the bulk order. Okay, but this is the problem. Okay, the problem here is the fact that you've never ordered a sample before, so you don't know exactly whether or not this bulk order is going to be good. However, if you do order a sample, it's not going to work because the sample is going to take 3 weeks to come in. Okay, and then you need to compare it. And then if you buy the bulk order, it's going to take 2 months. And if you make a customer wait 2 months for shipping, I promise you they're going to hold all your money. Okay, so you have to just risk it. You have to just find a manufacturer and you just have to risk it. You have to pay the bulk order right away. And if it's a shirt, and let's just say it costs $20 per shirt, you're paying $1,000. So you doubled your money. Okay, so you got $2,000 in sales. You used $1,000 for the bulk order, and then you place the bulk order. You wait like a month, and then the bulk order comes in. And once it comes in, you want to ship everything out. Let's just say you spend a couple $100 on shipping supplies, ads here and there. You should walk home with like $700. Okay. Now that you have $700, you can spend that $700. Rinse and repeat the same exact process with your next collection. Okay. But this is the problem. The problem is that Shopify will most likely hold your money for like the first month or 2 months. Okay. So this means you won't have any type of cash flow. This is the reason why I say a lot of you guys should start a business with at least $3,000 to $5,000. You can start a business with $1,000 if you want to. Don't get me wrong, that is what I did. But the most ideal situation, in my personal opinion, is if you start off with $35,000. Ideally, like 4 or 5K. The reason why is because you can buy the bulk order, you can buy designs, you can buy samples with no problem. You have enough cash flow. So if Shopify holds your money, you still have money in the bank to actually, pay the bills, pay the ads, the products, etc. And also you have room enough to buy information from like a program or a community. Okay. Obviously you don't need to buy a course or a mentorship or anything like that, but I will say if you're first starting out and you don't know anything about starting a clothing brand, how are you going to make it? It doesn't make sense. You feel me? So you can make it, but it's going to take longer. So like I said earlier, this is coming from somebody that has never spent any money on a mentorship or a program or just anything in general. Really, I was very stingy when I first started my business. Hence the reason why it took so long for me to actually start my business, because of the fact that I didn't want to spend any money because I was so stingy. Okay. But if you're watching this video, you actually have no excuse to be stingy, because I'm telling you right now, from my personal experience, you're better off just spending the money, buying the course, buying the program, spending money on ads, buying the bulk order, saving up the money first, obviously, and then starting your business, because of the fact that you're going to get so much more done, so much faster. Great example. I'll give you guys a very great example. Okay. My personal brands, I have 2. Okay. One is flower.la, second one is Chloe. So I started Flower 2 years ago, so it's been a minute. But for that brand, that was my first ever brand. Okay. For that brand, I hit 6 figures in 1 year. So it took me 1 year, a whole year, working every single day to hit 6 figures. But for Chloe, which is my second brand that I started a year and a half ago, or like a year ago, I hit 6 figures within 3 months. Okay. The reason why that happened was because I had a lot of cash flow. So I actually had money. So when I first started my first ever brand, I only started off with $1,000. Okay. So it was very hard for me to scale, because if you guys don't understand, you guys can't make 50K in a month if you don't have at least 50K in your bank. Okay. It doesn't make sense. You need cash flow to buy the bulk order, run ads, and Shopify is going to hold your money eventually. You feel me? So you need to have cash flow. You need to have cash in the bank for you to actually make more money. This is the reason why most of you guys are not making and getting sales for your brand, is because of the fact that you don't have any money in your bank. Okay. You don't have no cash flow. You can't buy the bulk order. How are you going to make $100,000 in a month if you don't have inventory that is worth over $150,000? It doesn't make sense. You feel me? So this is the point I'm trying to make. For my personal brand, right? For Flower, it's a year for me to hit 6 figures. But for Chloe, I started this business after I hit 6 figures, and I was making decent amount of money. So I had money in the bank, right? So when I started this business, the reason why I was able to hit 6 figures in 3 months is literally 2 reasons. Number 1 is because I had cash flow. So I had money in the bank. Number 2 was I knew what I was doing now, obviously, because I scaled my other brand to 6 figures. So the way that you guys can utilize this to your brand is, number 1, save up more money, at least $35,000. And number 2, buy a course or a mentorship, because then you'll get the information. So obviously for me, I had the information from personal experience, but most of you guys don't actually have experience with other businesses. If you guys do have other experiences with other e-commerce businesses, there's no need to buy a course really. But obviously if you're first starting out and you're a beginner, you should buy, program, mentorship. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you, just whatever. It really doesn't matter. But just buy information, because it's just a cheat code. So what is the moral of the story? Moral of the story is, if you want to spend 2-3 years just to hit 6 figures with their clothing brand, start off with $0 or start off with 100. Okay, go ahead and do it if you want to. It's like the same thing as trading a paperclip for a house. You can do it, I guess, if it takes 4 years, but if you just shut up and work a job for a year and save up money, you can buy a house in a year. So you're saving 3 years of your life. Okay, so are you really gonna start off with your stingy ass with $0? This is one thing I really want to emphasize, because when I first started my business, I was so stingy. I spent $0, and I definitely think I could have gotten way further, way faster if I started off with more money, because of the fact that, you know, a lot of the decisions that I made were very stingy related. I didn't want to spend a lot of money because there was so much risk, but you guys have to understand, risk equals money. Okay, if you don't take a risk, you're not going to make money and get sales. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Bit of a short video, I guess. I will also make a little product sometime in the next couple weeks, which is very affordable. So you guys literally have no excuse not to start your brand or your clothing brand. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to title it or like include in it, because, you know, I'm making it so cheap. I don't want to put too much information, but I want to put enough to the point where you guys literally have no excuse. So the reason why I'm making this is because I don't want you guys to literally give me excuses anymore. Every single day I have DMs of random guys giving me excuses why they can't start their business. And I'm just like, bro, like, what are you talking about? You feel me? So anyways, look forward to that. But that's pretty much